This is from at Brandon Velasquez. You get some in from time to time. Would it make sense to have a console-only Switch? Ian, what do you think? Would it make sense to have a console-only Switch? Should Nintendo switch it up with a console-only Switch?
I think that depends. No, my answer is no. I don't think that they should have a console-only Switch. Here's where they could do it. They could make if they wanted to make a beefed-up Switch that would be stronger than what they could put in a portable. I could see that happening because unlike going from the Switch to the Switch Lite, where having no detachable Joy-Cons keeps you from playing certain things, there would be, I think, far fewer games that would be unplayable if you moved it to console only, because you would still be able to technically use Joy-Cons. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to connect them. You would still be able to use Pro controllers. So other than like one rhythm game I can think of that you can still play with a controller, it just sucks, but that expects you to do the tappy-tappies.
The tappy-tappies?
The tappy-tappies. There wouldn't be much to... there wouldn't be a whole lot of compatibility problems.
Sure.
That said, one of the biggest selling points is the Switch being portable, and while I do think the Switch needs to be beefed up in power a little bit, I think that they need to make sure that they do that within the confines of a portable system so that you don't lose that big positive. Because I mean, that's really just one of the number one things.
That's the only advantage you'd have to a console-only Switch is, we could beef it up.
Right, you could beef it up, but I don't think Nintendo needs to do that. They never really have. I mean, they've had some strong systems, but like the 3DS is the perfect example. That thing was woefully outdated almost upon release in terms of the resolution of the screen, the type of the touch screen they were using, and they went on to make games for it and find people who were excited to develop for it for 10 years. Nintendo doesn't always need to have the most powerful hardware to succeed. They have great graphic designers, they have great artists, they have great composers. They can still give you a world-class game experience without having, the internals of a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. I fucking got that on my first try. I think that's like the first time I've said Xbox something without, like, it just flowed. I was like, Series X, I got it.
Microsoft got to you. The marketing worked.
It's working. It's brilliant. Actually, I've changed my mind 100%. It's just the most brilliant marketing. It's not. But yeah, the only benefit would be you could really beef up the horsepower. I don't think Nintendo needs that horsepower, and I think losing the portability would lose not only some of the novelty factor of it, but also it's just incredibly useful.
There's no advantage. I mean, who are you going to appeal to? The people that want the beefed up systems are going to get the Xbox or the Sony anyway.
Right.
So I mean, you're trying to get that. You're going to try to get that. The market you already don't have, which are people that don't like your console to begin with. The people that haven't bought it already, they're already gone. They already think you're not good enough. So it wouldn't make sense for Nintendo to invest in that. Not talking about just like how many more would you sell that you wouldn't already? Plus, we're going to get the Super Switch next year. I mean, that's pretty much already confirmed. That's going to be way more powerful because remember, the chip in the Switch is like 4 years old. Next year it'll be 5 years old. It's going to be better. That whatever was it, a Tegra chip? It's going to be better. I don't know how much better, but it's going to be better. At least you're going to get better frame rates while you're in handheld mode, likely. So they're still going to be obviously behind, the Xbox Series X and Series S and the PS5, but it'll be a decent little upgrade. So yeah, I don't understand who would want it. I just don't.
Yeah. I don't know that I necessarily need 4K with my Switch, but I would like a better screen because some games do drop resolution in handheld mode. But yeah, I think you'll get at least 2K on the next Switch. I don't know if they were going to do 4K. Is 2K a thing?
Oh yeah, you can go in between. You can go in between, like how the Series S is in a full 4K. It's in between.
Well, yeah,
it's not 4K.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm just trying to think of what they called it.
I've seen 2K used. Whatever.
That's fine.
So if you sell a 4K TV, it'll look better. But the amount of rendering power you need to go from HD to 4K may not be worth it for Nintendo to do, but they say maybe we'll just do 2K, and that'll be good enough.
I don't think Nintendo's going to worry about 4K until their true next generation system.
Yeah, but I can see them doing an upgrade. Obviously not for your handle, for your TV. For the handle, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, that's the thing. Like, people don't realize that resolutions only matter when you have something big to look at them. Your eye cannot decipher the number of lines if it's small. So if you have a 2K on even like a 50-inch, that might be good enough. You'll notice that between that and maybe a 1080, but 4K, maybe you don't need it. Yeah, maybe that's what. Maybe Pat will make his guarantee. You won't see 4K. You'll see like a 2K upgrade. But who knows? Otherwise, the frame rate would be better, because even playing Breath of the Wild back in the day, the frame rate sucked on the handheld sometimes, depending on what you were doing. It was like 30 frames, not even sometimes.
I should probably play that game.
You should play it, Ian. I won't yell at you. I won't shame you like you shame me not playing stuff, but you should play it. Game of the year, buddy.
Yeah, but I'm playing plenty of stuff otherwise.
I'm playing plenty of stuff. I just played Midway Arcade Classics on N64. It counts as 6 different games.
Okay.
7 if you count the shitty tacked on multiple choice arcade game they put in. That's awful.
Who doesn't love multiple choice quizzes?
And it's like really, and it's only for the games on the console, excuse me, on the compilation. So it's like, wow, I got to know a lot about Sinistar, I guess, in order to answer this. It's like, what are you talking about here? What was I saying? Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be worth Nintendo's investment. Would it make sense for consumers? Honestly, probably not. Especially since now that Nintendo's established, we are a handheld ecosystem. We dominate this. I don't think you ever want to even try to shy away from it again and give the competitors even an inch to try to get back in. There's never going to be another, I think, handheld competitor ever again.
Yeah, don't make an opening.
Like, don't even give Microsoft. Well, Microsoft are kind of friends with Nintendo. They're like kind of like, yeah, we see each other at parties, we say hi. Hey, how's your kids doing? We're not really friends. But Sony's still not.
We work for competing dealerships, but we like each other.
But Sony's still not even invited to the party. They're like, Sony's a dick, right? Yeah, Sony's a dick. Yeah, I'm not inviting you. I'm not inviting you over for Christmas, but we can agree that Sony's a dick. He's a Kevin. Like, we're
fucking Kevin.
Yeah. All right, is that it for the Switch?
Yeah, that's it.